Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Elizabeth and I am sharing with you today my favorite hip stretches. If you only have 5 minutes and your hips are feeling a little bit tight, if you've been walking a lot, if you've been sitting a lot, or even if you've been running, then this is the video for you. You don't even need a yoga mat. You can just sit yourself down on the floor. You might want to have a block or a cushion or a pillow, something that will elevate the floor to you, but again, completely optional. So we are going to start by taking the soles of our feet together. The feet can be as close in towards your body or as far away as your hips dictate for you. Keeping your spine lengthened, all we're going to do is wobble the hips and the knees up and down a little bit. Maybe flapping your legs as though they are butterfly wings and just noticing how it feels in the inner part, the outer part, and just working to a level that suits you today. Stay here for a couple of breaths, just settling yourself into this posture. Nice deep breath in and a long breath out. And then we're going to take our hands, scoop them underneath our knees to help draw them up. I'm going to turn myself around just so that you can see a little bit more easily. So from that position where we opened the knees out one way, we're going to lean back into our hands and then we're just going to drop the knees to one side, draw them to center and drop them over towards the other side. So effectively windscreen wiping your knees, taking them in the opposite direction than they were in previously. It's taking a few this side, few the other side, all the while breathing deeply and not allowing your head, like mine, to disappear in between your shoulder blades. So try and sit a little bit tall in this position. Okay, let's take ourselves now over onto all fours and we're going to take our right foot towards the top of the mat. You're going to step your left knee, I should say, back quite a distance. So it is way behind your hips here. So from this position, you will be experiencing a little bit of a stretch in the front of your left hip and a stretch in the outside of your right hip. Now, this is where our blocks or cushions come in. We can take it to the inside of our right foot and maybe rest our hands here. So our shoulders are facing forward, chest is open. Breathe deeply. Now, this might be enough for you. You might be experiencing quite the stretch in that right hip. But if you're not, and you would like to take it a little bit further, you can maybe work your forearms down onto the block here. See how this feels. And maybe you might be uncomfortable resting on that left knee, so you can tuck the toes of your left foot. Okay, this is a slightly more energetic way of stretching. But just look at the advantages. You're working into your left thigh, your left glute, as well as stretching into the right hip. We've got it all going on in this one posture. I mean, what's not to love? Take a few breaths here, or as long as you can allow yourself today. Let's drop that left knee back to the floor. And we are going to walk our right foot to the left-hand side of the mat. So from our lizard pose, which was the name of our previous posture, we're going to take ourselves into pigeon. So your right foot, if your hip is tight, you're going to keep it quite close in towards the center of your body. If you feel you have more movement, then you can work at drawing that foot further away from you. Facing forward, so the shoulders are square once more, and we're going to lie ourselves down, forearms to earth. Allow your head to feel heavy. You can rest your forehead to the floor, or we can use our block or our cushion again, just to relax the head. If you can, keep a bit of softness through the upper body. Try and almost imagine that your exhale is draping you down towards the floor. And again, we're going to stay here for maybe 3 to 5 breaths, maybe longer if you have the time. And then all we're going to do is repeat those two on the opposite side. So taking your block out of the way, bringing yourself out of your pigeon pose and stepping your left foot towards the top of the mat, sliding that right knee behind you, bringing your hands to the inside of your left foot. See how it feels on this side. I always say, even though we're doing the same posture on the other side of the body, it doesn't have to feel the same. It might feel completely different. So this side, you might need your block, or you might be able to get your forearms directly to the floor. For me, this is definitely the tighter side. So I'm utilizing all the props in this posture, trying to find some softness with my breath, trying not to clench my muscles, allowing the muscles to relax and the stretch to work its magic into the hips as we stay here for a few breaths, breathing deeply, enjoying the fact that the stretch releases a little bit, knowing that you've made the space in your body to maybe travel a little bit further next time. When you're ready, let's move that block, if you've used one, out to the side. Heel toe your left foot towards the right hand side of your mat, taking that left knee behind your left wrist, noticing how pigeon is on this side for you. Do we have more space to walk the foot further away? This is my tighter side, so my foot is remaining firmly glued towards my right hip, lowering ourselves down, relaxing our upper body, draping that upper body down towards the floor, breathing deeply, just taking a few breaths in our pigeon pose, enjoying that release into the left hip, knowing that your flexibility and mobility will thank you for these few minutes that you've given yourself today. Working your way back up onto your hands, bringing that right leg back in front of you. We're going to windscreen wipe the legs one more time as we take our feet in front, not allowing our head to disappear as we drop the knees towards the right, bring them back through center, taking them over to the left. A couple more times here. Coming back into center as you return yourself to your start position. And that, my friends, are my favorite 5-minute stretches for your hips. Let me know what you think. Drop me a like, drop me a comment, and see you on the mat again very soon.